Hi there. Okay, let's just quickly go through what we've learnt here. We've made quite a lot of foliage, and really the techniques are the same for all types of foliage. So what I'm going to do is just quickly go through what we've learnt. Then at the end, I'll show you some additional foliage that I've made and suggestions on how you can take it forward, because really you can't watch me create every single leaf in the game. It would just take too long, way too long. So I've shown you all the techniques, and I'm just doing the same thing over and over to create the additional foliage you need for this scene. So what did we learn? We modelled grass, and we modelled grass and rendered it out and created some really nice little grass plants, which we subsequently painted in Unity, and that worked really well. Got a really good result from that, and the grass looks good. So really that's our grass. If you want additional grass, you know, go ahead and do that. That's not a problem. Just create as much grass as you like: tall grass, short grass, dead grass, pink grass, any type of grass you like. You know the technique, go ahead and do it. Then I showed you how to source tree leaves from taking photographs and cleaning them up to make leaves for your trees. This is a really good way of doing it. You just got to make sure, like I said in the lecture, you take the photographs correctly so they're in shade and they're not all lit in sunlight and really hard to clean up. So that was the real important aspect about that. And the more variety of leaves you get, the better, really. So you can do that for any tree you like, literally any tree. So, you know, go ahead and have a go at that. Prepare tree leaves for modelling. Yep, that's what we just covered, and we did that, and we did that in Max. So we cut them out and then created little models of the leaves, and then we made small branches and large branches ready to place onto the tree, and then we built the tree, and it turned out really well. I think I've since added a few more clumps onto the tree just to fill it out a little bit more, but you know, you'll get a feel for that, what looks good and what doesn't. And the technique we used to build the tree and create the branches and leaves, you can do that for all your trees. So, you know, one tree is the same as all of them. So go ahead and show us your trees that you make. And then we placed it in Unity just to clarify that it was working. It looked pretty good in situation, so that was good. And now you need to take those skills that you've just learnt and create additional foliage. Now I'm just going to show you some that I've done, some additional foliage. Here's some that I've created. Some ivy, which I've built from leaves. You can see my leaves on here, on this texture. Put some ferns on it, some long grass, some leaves, and really packed it quite tightly, which is really important. And then I'd used the same technique as I did before, created models, flat models of the leaves and the plants and the ferns, and then I built my plants basically, and you can see my fern there. Let's turn off edges. Take no notice of the way Max renders. The sorting is not great, we said this before, but there's my fern, and you can make lots of different ferns using the same leaves over and over. Some little ones, some bigger ones, some tall ones, whatever type of ferns you like. And I did this, which is really good for a background for your ivy. I also created these little plants. Now these are good to put amongst your grass, and I'll show you mine, and they look really good when you see a lot of them on the forest floor. They look really, really good, and I'm thinking of doing more plants, some bigger, maybe some bigger ones, some poppies, some really obvious coloured ones which really make the scene pop, which is quite cool. So that's it for foliage. I don't think we need to do anymore. All this stuff will be in the pack at the end, so but I really want to see what you've created. So, you know, create some, go on Facebook and show us what you've created. It'll be really good to see. Create more trees in exactly the same way as I've shown you, and start populating your scene. And you know, and don't be afraid to take a screen grab of your scene and put that on Facebook too. So that's it for now, and I'll see you in the next section.